All right, cool. I'm recording now.
Okay, awesome. I'm just going to forewarn you before we start at any point. I literally just woke up at 2 and got thrown into these interviews, so I actually just ordered a coffee up to my room, so I hope it's okay. At some point we'll just be interrupted for a few seconds. I'm just going to get my coffee.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay, good. Okay, I wasn't sure if this was like an auto recording that was going on the site or if it's
yeah, it was like
so.
super last minute. I just got an email like 2 hours ago, and I'm like,
cool.
well, it's a public holiday, so yeah, I'll do it. I've got
Great.
nothing else to
All
do.
right. No, well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, have you even played any shows yet, or you just arrived in Australia today, did you?
Just got here at 6 in the morning. I took a very long nap, woke up at 2. So our first show is Wednesday in Canberra.
Oh, awesome. It's funny, I've been like a Cradle of Filth fan for since I was like 14 years old, but I haven't seen you guys live yet, and it's one of the few big bands that I love that I haven't seen live.
Really?
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm excited that you're coming out finally. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'll be at the Brisbane show and taking some photos too, so if you like them, I'll give you a copy of all of them.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. It's most appreciated.
So I do have some questions. Firstly, just listening to your new album, I'm really enjoying it. I'm guessing you're going to be playing quite a lot from the last two albums, when you live show?
Yes, definitely.
Is there any songs from the new album that you really love? One of the ones is You Will Know the Lion by His Claws. That's definitely one of my favorite tracks from the album.
Good.
Do you have some personal favorites?
Yeah, that one we're playing live, and that one seems to be going over well with the live audiences. I really like Heartbreak and Seance. I didn't even know it was going to be the single, to be honest with you. It was one of the songs that earlier on I kind of fell in love with, so I just thought it was really cool. I feel like it's a sister-brother song to Black as Magic from our last album, Hammer of the Witches. So, it was very driven by Rich's bluesy guitar parts, which is neat. And I also really like Western Vespertine. That's a darker, more extreme track that really has a lot of groove to it. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like this new album, I'm happy with how it came out. I'm really proud of the guys too.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like you guys have been, the last two albums have been, definitely really strong Cradle albums. So it's like you guys are, got the fire back and, the band's sounding better than ever. So it's going to be a great show. Really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
I know Danny's kind of got a new look on this album. I was just wondering, did you change your costume at all? I know you had the elk horns last time. Is it going to be kind of similar or something different?
Yeah, I mean, I got really lucky, I guess, in the sense that I knew what I wanted to do with Hammer of the Witches, and then with Cryptoriana, it was just kind of like a continuation of that for me and a little bit of a different level. And when it comes to Danny, we got some new costumes made. I mean, he's had the same Power Rangers looking bodysuit for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
He won't ditch it or give it up, and I don't know why, and I've told him, dude, do this with your makeup, but he's like, hey, leopards don't change their spots. He's very set in his ways, so I kind of feel like I can't tell him anything anymore, which is fine. That's part of it. I like what we've done. I mean, I have lots more ideas that I'd love to contribute, but it just depends on the timing and the budget, for future releases and concepts and all that. But it's cool. The Cradle of Filth is a very dark realm, which I can express myself in visually, and it's forced me to be a better makeup artist and a better costume designer, and I rather enjoy it. I like having input in that part of the band and the concepts.
Yeah, definitely. How long does it kind of take for the whole band to get into costume? I imagine it takes a while.
Makeup is one story. I mean, it takes me and Danny about an hour and a half to do our makeup, but for the rest of the guys, it takes them about 45 minutes before they go on stage to get ready. And that's not just doing your makeup and getting your costume on. That also includes, stretching out and warming up. It's quite the process. I mean, I'll do my makeup for an hour and a half, take a break, and then, about 40 minutes before stage have to finish doing all the other stuff. So it's quite the long process. It's, I envy bands that don't really have an image, because being a band with an image, there's a lot of extra care time beforehand, a lot of preparation work and planning.
Yeah, for sure. There's another band I just saw live that I've been a fan of for a while, but finally got around to seeing a live show, and I know you're a big fan of them too, Neobliviscaris. Just wondering, have you been catching up with Zen much lately? Because I know you're friends with him.
Yeah, they're kind of like our bros. When we came here 5 years ago, we met them for the first time, and this is before they really broke out. made in the major way that they have. And I've been in touch with them. We've toured together. We've done 2 big tours together, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them in Melbourne. We really miss them. I know the guys do. I make an effort in my travels and in my endeavors to at least try to see them once a year, even if it's not in Canada, and catch up with them. I mean, me and Zen, we have a side project called Antiqua, which is like classical music and black metal that we've been working on. It's pretty disastrous at the moment, but I'll pull it together when I get home. And it's going to be nice to see them back on their own soil instead of me just like popping up randomly somewhere in the world to say hi. So they've been really, really good friends of ours, and I've always cherished the fact that we've been able to have such a close friendship with another band on the opposite side of the world.
Definitely. I've seen on like Instagram and stuff, like some, girls and fans are kind of copying some of your costumes, doing some like fan art and stuff like that. What does that kind of mean to you when you get those people like sending in, photos of themselves with your makeup?
Okay, hold that thought. My coffee's here, and then I shall answer it. Sorry,
yeah,
one
no
second.
worries.
Okay, sorry, back, and I have a coffee. Woohoo! Okay, that last question, it's actually very flattering and strange at the same time because I think with where I've come from and how small I used to be, I always consider myself as just Lindsay from the small city of Oshawa in Canada. So, I'm just someone who's very creative, and you can ask anyone who grew up on the same scene as me. They're like, oh, yeah, Lindsay always had crazy makeup or purple hair or da-da-da-da, or these looks depending on the project she was in, right? So when people all of a sudden they have the same hair as me, or I did a makeup idea and they did the same, or like there's fan art. I mean, I think it's weird to talk about. I think I'm tattooed on like 6 people now. Wow. And that's just
that's
like
gonna be weird.
Crazy. I'm like, why is my face on your body? Like, dear Lord, like it's very strange, but at the same time, it's very humbling, and I appreciate it because I'd like to think that what I do is maybe, just with Cradle and as being a solo artist is I'm giving something to the world that's helping people and inspiring them and giving them strength and pushing them forward. And that makes me happy. That makes me feel like I'm fulfilling like my life purpose, like what I set out to do. So it is like, sometimes it's like, whoa, like that's, you just have to do a double take, but then it really warms what's left of my black heart. So
for sure. Another YouTube channel I've seen you on twice now is Banger TV, and I've been a fan of Sam's documentaries ever since he first started making them. What's he like in person? Is he a cool dude?
He's a very, very cool human being, very busy, very hardworking, very cautious of his time. He's very in and out, but he's nice enough to be like, how you doing? How's things? Let's chat. I'm so grateful that he's brought me on. I think it's been like 3 episodes now. And I like that because I learned a lot about, symphonic metal is something that I kind of came from to find Cradle. I didn't know a lot about Gothic or Black Gaze, which was 2 of the genres that I was helping host, and it was fun. It was interesting. A really cool concept for studying and documenting the development of metal right now. Going back into its history and seeing where the future lies. And I'm really happy to be a part of that. And it's just cool that I got lucky. It's in Toronto. I'm a 45-minute drive away, so I always said, hey guys, I'm around if you need me, and they called twice after.
Anyway, when I was talking to Zen, it turns out we had like a favorite band in common. They're called Virgin Black. I was wondering, did he ever introduce that band to you?
Yes, that is all Zen's fault. I love Virgin Black. I put them on the Gothic metal episode of Banger TV, and they've been a really big influence for, me and Zen have Antiqua together, right? This black metal classical music project that we're working on getting through, finishing writing at the moment. And Virgin Black has been kind of a big influence for that, and I think they're just fantastic. Definitely just this incredible music that I've never heard before. I think it's so brilliant. So yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm hoping that some of the members come say hi in Adelaide. I don't know if they plan to. It would be an honor to meet them, but definitely a very, very cool band.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because I'm a big vinyl collector. Their albums are almost impossible to find, and they don't have any vinyls. And every time I talk to someone from Nuclear Blast or something, I kind of drop the hint, but they're like, yeah, maybe one day. And I'm like, they could re-release it, but I don't know. I didn't think they sounded that keen.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing I like about them is they've preserved their art form very, very well, and you can tell that they do it because they love it and they're passionate about it, and they're not trying to grab all the money they can get. And I have a lot of respect for that.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I see some posts every now and again that you're like working on some of the Schoolcraft solo albums, solo work. Is anything coming up at the moment?
Yes, actually, it's really exciting. So the past 2 years, I got in touch with, I can't say who it is yet, sadly, but it will be revealed later this year, and the album should be out later this year, but I was contacted by someone who has been influencing me since my teens, and, they said, hey, do you want to write an album together? And I literally had to pull over my car and have a freak out. I just, lost it. I was
wow.
Yes, absolutely. So we've been working the last 2 years between tours. We love writing together. We got up to, I think, 17 songs at one point, and we're like, okay, we need to cut this down. Jeez. So we got it down to 13. And, it's really cool. I pushed myself, this person pushed me to be a better songwriter. I pushed myself to be a better songwriter. I did some things I've never done before. I pushed myself to hire a kids choir and Gregorian chanters, and I even got my electrical harp and threw distortion on it to follow along with the guitars, and I feel like I've really outdone myself, and it's just the beginning. I'm already writing up the roughs for the next album and third album, which is just crazy because I can, while I'm on tour, I need something to occupy those big gaps of time. So, it's being mixed right now. I'm working with a very talented producer from Oshawa named Tyler Williams, and he's been doing an excellent job. He's just so fantastic. I'm not, obviously, I'm doing well, but I'm not the most well-off musician, and he's one of those people who's like, okay, well, how much do you have, and what resources do we have to make it happen? And I think that is, what makes a brilliant producer. And we made this album sound very big for very little money, and I'm very proud of that. And we did it all in Oshawa, and the other person's from the States, and they did it all from their place too. I met them as a fan in my teens, in my early 20s, but I actually haven't revisited meeting up with them again since we've written this album, which is just crazy as well. And even this person, sometimes they call me, and in the background, their poster of their band would be on my wall, and it'd be like, that's weird. Can you please take that down now? We're friends now. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, sorry, but it's cool. So I'm very grateful that this person found me and is on board, and we've done this full-length album, and it sounds big, and I'm really, really proud of it. I think it's my best work yet, and it's not really anything like Cradle of Filth. It's more in the vein of influenced by early 2000s hard rock and new metal, and I'm really proud of it. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. I've written a lot about my own personal struggles, which is something that Cradle of Filth is very fantasy based. So I know sometimes Danny does put his personal struggles, a hint of them within our music, and I think that's a good outlet for him. I'm happy that he has that, but I can't do that, and I feel I have a lot to say about being who I am and what I've experienced in my life. So it's going to be cool to be able to finally share those stories.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to hearing who this special collaborator is.
Oh, thank you. I think people are going to really freak out. I think I'm going to make a lot of enemies. At the same time, I'm going to gain a lot of respect. It's one of those controversial types. It's nothing like Kanye West or anything. That would be hilarious. That's not going to happen. But
I would definitely just pay to watch that because it'd be funny.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. The trolls. Don't feed the trolls.
So what are the plans for the rest of the year? Have you got more shows overseas with Cradle?
So we're it's been a 4-month-long world tour. I won't lie, I am very homesick, but I am so grateful to do what I do and share our music with the world. And we're just finishing here in Australia. And in less than 2 weeks, I get to go home for 2 weeks. And then after that, we've got Greece, and we've got Download Festival, same day as Ozzy Osbourne and Manson and my buddy Mirkers, which is just really exciting. I'm very excited to do that. And we've got a festival in Germany called With Full Force. And then after that, as far as I know, we have the rest of the year off. I think there may be some shows before Christmas, just a few little ones. But I don't have the details yet. So with that big gap of time, I know that the boys want to start compiling ideas again to write a third album together with this lineup, but we have to do a different approach because we don't want to run stagnant with what we're doing. As much as we were proud of Cryptoriana, we feel that we need to move in a little bit of a different direction just so we don't keep writing the same album over and over again, which I really respect and commemorate the guys for that. I think that's brilliant. Smart way of thinking and moving forward. Of course, I'll have ideas too, but when I get home, I actually have to move in with the drummer of my solo project. And, I want to get my solo album off the ground, and the guys are very respectful of that because, Danny has Devilment, and everyone else is in another band in this band. So they're excited for me, which really means a lot because I've heard in the past there's this strange animosity towards band members having other projects, but the guys are excited for me, and that makes me really, really happy. I'm very lucky that I have that support system, and I kind of come later in the creative process of Cradle of Filth. I kind of come in last with a piano idea or a harp idea or doing the speeches and the female vocals. So I just get to watch all the ideas unfold. I get to see the mess happen in our shared Dropbox folder, and that's what they're going to be doing up until Christmas. So, I told them, I'm like, when you need me, call me, but I'll just be over here in Canada, and it's exciting. I think we need it, especially after 4 months of touring. I think we really need it. It's that kind of the double life where as a member of this band, you're doing two things. You're either at home writing for the next album or you're on tour. But we are going to give ourselves a little bit of time off. I know everyone needs it with their families and, their hobbies and just some downtime to not really think about anything, which I think is important too. After 4 months of touring the world, dear God, I can't believe we've done this.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty amazing. I don't think I could handle all the jet lag and, airports.
I'm suffering. I am a grumpy bitch. I will not lie. Thank God for coffee.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all the questions I've got, and I'm going to have to put this article up today because you're already in the country, so
oh,
don't have too much time.
Okay, thank you. I hope I didn't chat too much and you have too much
that's awesome.
to transcribe. So
I want to transcribe it all, but just the good bits, which is most of it actually.
Great. Oh no, that makes me happy. I'm happy you're happy with it, and it's nice to hear from you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks very much
for calling me.
Yeah, I'll see you at Brisbane, and hopefully you like the photos I get.
Absolutely, I'm sure I will. Make sure you come up and introduce yourself. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. I'll try to get there early. Thanks.
Okay,
Bye.
Sounds good. See you then. Bye.